welcome. Be the start of the stream here. Be taking a look at the Lost facility. Give this a few minutes for people to join in. Hopefully we'll have some people come on in and check everything out. While I get everything all set up here. All right. So hopefully some people will hop in here. We're going to be looking more at the Lost facility. And I really need to pull up some stuff here. Hold on. Let me get my views set up here. I think that should be good. All right, I can see everything. How's it going, Dane? Oops, that was the wrong button. All right, so going to be working on the Lost facility here. A couple things I want to do. The first one is fix my mouse because I have it set up for a different profile. Alright, so the first one is getting this this terrain here all set up to work with what I've done down here. So this video will come out on Tuesday here, my final decision on what we're going to be doing with the actual triplanar displacement and everything, how this actually works. But let's go ahead and get that set up and going here, and be a little sneak peek for whoever tunes in. So this is all going to have to recalculate. Let's see, do I want to merge these back in? How many polygons? Yeah. All right, we're going to have to wait for this to all calculate through our little setup that we got going here. Good to hear it, Dane. Glad you're doing well. Going to be hanging out here for a little bit, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, just working on some stuff. So hopefully we'll have some fun, learn some stuff. We'll wait for this all to calculate while we get things all set up and wait for some people to hop in. Gonna hopefully be taking a look at some other terrain, making some other terrains too. All right. All right, so this is kind of the end result that we get. Some nice detail in our terrain here. How many polygons is this? Ooh, 16 million is pretty hefty. So we definitely are going to have to set this up as a proxy. I don't remember how to do that. I'm going to have to check my channel in order to remember. So let's see, with our blast here, we need to delete non-selected. Yeah, okay. So let's walk through the other side. I guess we'll just get it all set up and make sure it's all set up. So we got the other half. I'll have to remesh and subdivide it as well. take a second to calculate through this. But since I've referenced these, it should all be pretty much set up. I just want to make sure that we're getting what we need. I guess we will need to do the same thing in the point fop in order down lower. Can't go down there right now, but down lower where point fop is at, we should be able to make a copy of that. Control Shift Alt drag to make a copy, and then we can, let's see, wire up everything that we need. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a sneak peek of the video that's going to go up on Tuesday. Just kind of go over the what I've decided on for the final setup of the terrain, and then we'll also move into making some more stuff here in a bit. Just want to make sure that we're all set up here with our displacement and everything. Let's go ahead and just let this all calculate down through the bottom. Shouldn't take too long. The hard work is done with the remesh. You can do it. There we go. Alright. So that looks pretty good. Got our nice detail. There are a couple of issues. Hopefully we won't see them when it comes to the actual render. May have to do some things with that. Those type of things are a little annoying to deal with. Just issues with our geometry here. So I may look to hide that if we end up having any of that in the actual camera view. We'll see. But I think this should be good. It looks like this actually has quite a few of those little issues. I don't like that. Wonder how visible that is going to be from the camera. Now we'll come back to that and deal with it as needed if we need to. That is the reason we put in blurs on the normals, is to try to get rid of those types of issues, but overall it's only working so well. Let's go ahead and plug this into another normal node and then make sure that the UVs are all set up on this like we want. This attribute from map is just a texture that I've exported. I didn't really put any effort into it. It's just a texture that I put in from Gaia to get this type of an effect going. And our UVs have stayed, and that's really what I was looking for with this, so that's all I need to know. Let's see, what do I want to do with this? Let's go ahead and put down a null. And I'll need to know one of those later, but let's drop down. Actually, before I get too far here, I'm going to save a copy. Let's see, I think we're on devlog 3, so I'm going to call this DV4. So I've already recorded the video for the other devlog. So let's go ahead and we'll use this as our kind of a proxy geometry. And actually, I'm not even going to do that. Oh, that is great. Make a copy of this, and I'm not going to have it such high detail. Need to not calculate all through that. So our density, we'll drop this down to like 0.5. So this is going to be like our proxy geometry for our mesh. Actually, what was that issue that we had? Which side was it on? Was it on this side? side. One issue that was very prevalent or noticeable. I don't want to recalculate all the way through. I thought it was in one of these. Yeah, whatever. Thought maybe lowering the density would maybe get rid of some of that, but we also lose a little bit of detail, which I'm not sure I really want to lose. So let's go ahead and wire this into there. Let's set this null as our out proxy, just so that we have our scene set up in a way that is a little bit more friendly to our viewport. So let's see, with this, I'm gonna have to create, I'm not sure how I wanna do this. This is gonna be an interesting part. So I'm gonna need to create a section that, if we take a look at our blockout. So this is essentially the canyon that we have. So I'm gonna have to blend this down to the kind of level of the floor, and we're gonna have our camera just kind of move this way. So we're not gonna see necessarily over here. We'll see the edge of this, but we shouldn't see too much of that. But I do need this to blend into the where this bottom grid is. So we're gonna need to probably hop into Gaia. Let's see, where is it at? Gaia. So we'll hop into Gaia. I think we'll start working on another build. Let's go ahead. It's gonna be off your screen here for a second. Give me a moment. It's gonna calculate through, and then I can bring it up to the resolution that you guys see. So I have an ultra wide monitor, and it's a little bit difficult for it to show up well on YouTube. So I like to stick with regular HD resolutions. Alright, so this is essentially the canyon terrain that we had before. I wish, the one thing that I do like about World Machine as a terrain generation software is you kind of have this overview of like a terrain that's being made, and it's huge and you can kind of like scroll through, but we don't have that ability here, which kind of sucks. And I don't think that in Gaia we can, like, we don't have like an offset here. So can I project back? I'm gonna open up a new project. Can I project a terrain? Or like bring in a terrain. Import image. Bet you we can. Alright, let's do canyon, and then this is our final texture. Okay, so it does work, but I don't want the whole thing raw. Let's see. Can I do like a transform or transform? Because I only want like the edge of it. So I'd like to have a seamless transition, be able to line this up and have it kind of fade into the ground plane. Let's go ahead. Oh, we can. That is going to be super nice. Let's see. I think for simplicity's sake, I'm going to set this to -50. Because then I should be able to take the end here. But I need to figure out which end I need. Okay, let's go back to this setup. So we're going to be coming through the canyon this way. Right? Is that how I had the blockout set up? Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much, I guess. Which one do I like more? I think we'll just go this way. So we need like this half of the train, which is which half? Let's see, it is this half? Is that right? Guys, controls always get me. Okay, yeah, so we want this half over here. So I need to do 50. Yeah, so then we have this. So then we can just cut off half of this inside Houdini. We won't have to worry too much about it. All right. So let's see. What do we want to do here? We want to transition this to a regular, like a plane type thing. So I'm gonna need, I want a canyon. How did I don't remember how I built up the other one. I'm gonna reopen another instance of Gaia so I can kind of match this somewhat. Let's do canyon. Again, I'm gonna have to wait for it to calculate through everything before I can get this set up. All right. Once this calculates, I'll be able to kind of take a look. All right, so we did use a canyon node with some thermal. All right. So first of all, I need to match kind of this. So I want to, well, let's drop in our canyon. And let's try to match somewhat the size that we have. Oh, maybe. What do these look like? These are just canyon walls. That may have been better. But let's go ahead and increase some of these settings to just kind of play around with this till we get something that we like. Don't like that. Let's see, again, I'm going to reference our old file. So 20, 76, 60 depth. Bring that valley back up. Okay. Yeah, so that is looking somewhat more like what I'm after. See, I want to match the same depth of this, so I just set to 74. I'm not liking this overall shape that we have, so I'm going to change around the seed. Let's try and find something. And what did I do with this? I love that's the same scale. Alright, let's just match the settings somewhat here. And let's find a seed that we like. Guess it's not going to matter too much because I'm going to blend this in. So I need, what do I need for this? I guess we could just do a constant, right? Because I'm going to need to mask this. So constant. I'll set this to 100% because that should just be a white. And then let's see, is there like a layer? I'm not a wizard with Gaia. I don't use it or I haven't used it a ton. Let's see, there should be, oh, look, it's called a combiner, that's what it is. So we'll combine our old terrain with our new terrain based off of this, but I also need a transform. I need it to be the opposite, I believe. Input. So we want -50, right? And does this give us what we want with the combine? Kind of. I need to raise it more. Let's see. Nope. Is that what I'm looking for? The little drop to floor option. Okay, that is more of what I'm looking for. So, let's see. I guess I need, well, crap. I can take this and drop this to the floor as well. And that gives us somewhat of what we're looking for. And I need to multiply this, or lower it. Let's do like 0.9. Gaia, yes, Gaia. Gaia is a beast of a program, but not something that I am super familiar with. Alright, so that's not working. Maybe drop the influence, and that may help us a little bit. And maybe let's clamp this. Let's go with what's 80. Get us a little bit closer to this. So I'm just trying to get this seam kind of fixed up here. Blur is what I'm going to look for here. And let's see, I want to pen this, so there we go. Ugh, that's not what I'm looking for. Yikes, okay. So maybe not a constant, but a gradient. Take a look at this. Okay, what's the hotkey for like framing? There we go. Let's unpin that. Again, Gaia's keybinds always mess with me. So we need, let's see, we need it to be 90 degrees that way. And is there like a ramp? No. What's up, Vision? Or Jeremiah? I don't know which one you go by, Vision or Jeremiah. Maybe an effects node. Let's try this. Let's see what we can do with this. So looking for. Does anybody use Gaia a lot? Curve, what is the curve gonna do? Oh, I bet you this is what I want. This is why I like Houdini so much, is because it's just, I mean, everything's very familiar, but it just works the way you'd expect. Oh, nice. Well, I was going to ask you basically what this node was, but looks like I found my answer. Right now, I'm just trying to blend some terrains together, essentially. So I'm going to trying to fade some things. But I think I got it figured out is what I want to do. I need to plug this in here. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying my tutorials on Clarice. I kind of not too happy that they decided to do away with it, but you know, whatever, I suppose. And this is not working the way I expected it to. So I guess I could take this and I guess I'm not looking for a gradient as much as a constant. No. Constant's not going to do it either. Okay. VFX school. Projects for Identity. Yeah, that really sucks that you spend all that time learning it and then now you're kind of stuck in a bad situation, but hopefully, I'm glad to hear that the Houdini and stuff that I've done has helped you out. Maybe I'll try a radial. No, that is kind of the opposite of what I want. Luckily for you, I guess, the project that I'm working on is kind of in that vein of a large scene. Since you use Gaia a lot, I don't use it a lot. I'm trying to blend these terrains together. Right, I got this harsh edge in here, and I now have to mask it, but I'm looking for the kind of the easiest way. I figured creating a constant with, well, creating this type of a shape would blend it well, but not so much. Let's see. Maybe I just need to up this quite a bit. Nope. Maybe I'm just going about this in a really bad way. Honestly, it may be easier even to do it in Houdini. So I can mask but then I lose my functionality with the masking. I suppose we could do some of that masking inside of Houdini. Thoughts. Tell you what though, I don't want a radial gradient. constant was going to be what I wanted. That brings it all the way down. Maybe. Actually, it's probably this way. Try to get to like halfway. Let's see what that gives us. God, that's still not working. So I need this to be 1. I need it to be 1 on both. Maybe I'm just looking for 2 of these. All right, and then I want to this as negative 90. You only know one way to get rid of lines like that in Gaia. What is your suggestion? I'm open to anything. Like I said, I use Gaia, but I don't use it all the time. Nope. First of all, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so 270. That's kind of annoying that you can't. Let's unbend this. Okay, I think let's just reset this. I think I'm on the right track here. Maybe not. God. Okay, that's not working whatsoever. Let's see. Again, maybe it's not going to matter that much because I plan on, well, I guess it might. Why did this go up so high all of a sudden? Guess if we just crank this up. I don't know what happened to not sure what happened here. Let's take that clamp away. Don't want to level this. I need to like multiply this by do that. Gradient 90 degrees, 270 combined with min set to 100%, transform, uncheck uniform, scale X, blur power 10, iterations 3, drop down floor check. Yeah, that's what I was essentially thinking. That's what I started to set up. 90. Let's give it a shot. $270. And then you said combine with men set to 100. Ah, yes, that's the shape I was looking for. Transform, uncheck uniform scale X, like a transform node. Uncheck uniform. I think that's what you're looking for, right? And then you said uniform scale X of 80. Not sure that that's going to be what I'm looking for. Blur. We'll give it a shot. We can always play around with it. Iteration 3. Oops. Okay. Please don't crash. That was close. All right. And then you said blur iterations of 3. And then auto level on the blur. All right. And then, whoops. Put that into the mask. Yeah, not exactly. Yeah, 100. I guess I need to. I need to sharpen this up, maybe. 30. Is that maybe what I need to do? Nope. This is weird. The node. What node? Like I said, this is the one thing that I like about World Machine quite a bit, is you can just kind of scroll through your terrain, so I can set this up super easy. You have to copy your terrain setup if you have there for a second and put tier combined. Copy your terrain setup you have. I'm not sure what you're saying with that. Auto level node. Auto level to combine. Auto level after the blur down here. Are you saying auto level these? Oops, that's not the right one. Definitely not that. I'm sure that's not what you meant. Oh man, Gaia is not wanting to be stable tonight. Hey, that's an interesting effect. It's kind of almost what I'm looking for. Your file transform setup. You want me to auto level that? Oh, it should be in the second input. So you want the canyon in the first, maybe I'm dumb. That's kind of better. Why though? I'm confused. Why is this side flat though? Oh wait, hold on. That's what I was looking to do anyways. Because now this is the side of the terrain that I want to get rid of. Or I want to flatten out. Right? It's not exactly working how I imagined it would in my brain as far as how it's going to work in Houdini, but I think this may give us close enough. I do think I want like a transform here. All right, let's see. 20. Yeah, let's see what this does for us. Oh, no, okay. No, that broke everything. All right. So let's drop down like a what do I want to drop down? Erosion. There, all up here. Okay. Use the same file node as the second input for the second combine. I think this has done kind of what I was looking for. It's got rid of that line. It's just changed the overall shape of the train, which I think is going to be okay. Hopefully. I don't know. Why don't we actually, let's see, I'm going to save this. A new folder. Los Canyon transition. And then Canyon transition. And then I'm going to build this out. Let's see, we need a normal build, sRGB, raw, and let's make this that. I'm not too worried about, and I don't want it as a TIFF, I want that as an EXR. I'm not too worried about the, erosion and everything in this current moment, because I'm just going to test this out here. So let's see. I don't know if this is going to work in the end though. So my thought is I can blend between these, but I think I'm gonna have to do, the triplanar displacements after. I'm not sure this is gonna work. I'm starting to doubt this heavily. May just have to mash some stuff together. Thinking. All right, let's just toss this in here and try it. Another height field file node. Let's go to our hip. So we want the transition and then that. And let's see, what did I do? I'm gonna have to match the height here somewhat. That's annoying. Actually, let's review that. I hate that it's moved up. So I'm gonna have to transform this. All right. Height field convert. Do a transform. And we need to move this up. I don't know how much we're gonna have to move it up. That was too much. That is not enough, so we're gonna have to try and match this as close as we can. So that looks pretty good. And then with this, let's see, which end did we try and copy? All right, so it was this side. So let's put our display flag back here, and then we want to also translate this quite a bit. It's like 480 maybe. That's not the right direction. 0. I think it's negative. Yeah, okay. And I need negative like 980, not 480. So we're just kind of trying to match this to the edge of the geometry here somewhat. Let's overlap even more than that. Let's do like a 900. And we'll really kind of blend this in. And now we'll try array. We'll see how this works out. I'm not sure it's going to work very well, but we shall see. Oops. Collision primitives. Trajectories. Vector. And let's go. That didn't work. Just do by default. Yeah, not what I want. I don't like using this. I always go off normals. It's just a habit, and then I can just drop down and modify normals and get exactly what I want. And we can set the normal direction to 1. Again, that's not working either. So yeah, okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay. So, new plan. We're gonna have to, I might be able to combine these. Oops. Is it high field layer? Yeah, high field layer. So base train, and then our second train. But we need to move these. Let's see. Sorry, I kind of got lost there for a second. All right, file, transform, another transform. I think it's not going to matter too much. I'm not even sure this is really going to work this way. Do you have any tutorial on how to texture trains in Maya using data, whether if it's from Gaia or made in Houdini? I do not. I don't have anything on my channel, actually. That's a lie. I have a very old tutorial on how to texture terrains in Redshift, and I think I just pretty much used the Houdini. Either way, no. I don't really have anything inside of Houdini as far as texturing terrains go. The only thing I have on my channel that's terrain texturing is a very, very old video on Cinema 4D and really Redshift more than anything. Pretty sure it was just a bunch of triplanar nodes then. Currently modeling in Maya. Yeah, easy to get mixed up there. Okay, this is not. Okay. I need to like transform these. Okay, hold on. Let me not do that. Let me definitely not do that. I don't know if this works. I've never done this inside Houdini. That's not what I want anyways. It's this that I want. And then, let's see. That's the Z. So like 500. Okay, that was not the Z. Oh, yeah, sorry, Jesus, I'm tired. That was the X that I put that in. Okay, so, actually, does this work? Ooh. What is this even giving me? Huh. Audio is low. Sure it's not your... I guess I'm maybe a little bit low. Let me see. Blow anyone's ears out. I am talking a little bit quietly because it's kind of late here. People are sleeping, but give me a second here. this to peak too much. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Hopefully I'm not blowing anyone's ears out. Let me know if that's a little bit better. Let's see. This is not what I'm thinking. Oh, height field transform. Maybe we should try the actual designated height field nodes to get what we're looking for. All right, so let's just look here. Let's do 500 here. What am I getting here? Blend. Huh. That's not what I'm thinking. I guess maybe, let's see. So move this over. Terrain to layer. Huh. I need like a height field project or something. Or height field deform. What does this node do? I'm gonna go with no on that one. Let's see. Actually, maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong. Let's try this. So plug that into this terrain. What am I thinking with this? I need to transform this like that, and then at 50%, HF remap. Take this. No. It's not. Huh. Actually, I don't think I'll need that. Let's go with this. Let's go back to this and then HF. I'm gonna have to swap those. HF mask. Let's draw this mask in here. Let's get rid of that. We'll go about halfway. And then let's plug that into the mask. And what does that give us? Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. But I need to invert that. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Alright. So let's do a HF blur mask. And set this up quite a bit. Maybe like 300. All right, and I think that is actually pretty doggone close to what I'm gonna want here. Let's maybe raise this. Some? No? Lower this some. I wanna scale up the base more. Maybe. Let's... I hate the red. Always throws me off with the look of it. Honestly, that's not bad. I think I can work with that. Let's set this back. It's the default here. And I think this is kind of more what I'm looking for. So now we have the edge of that terrain. We've got the terrain over here. And we just need to line them up, which is going to be easier said than done. So transform. Set that back to 0. All right, let's go -500 because I think that's what we did before the other one. Let's try and merge these together now, and let's see if they line up for the most part. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any questions on what I'm doing. Or just any questions in general. Yay, it's not lining up. I need to like make this into a giant terrain. Let's do this. Sorry, HF. Let's do a height field here. We want it to be 1,000 by 1,000, but nope. Let's make it 2,000. So twice as long. Let's HF layer now. let's take that. Let's do an HF transform. Let's translate this 500. That should line it up with the edge, which it looks like it does. And then we need another height field layer. And we're going to delete out all this crap. Let's see. Without that, let's do another HF transform. And let's see, we did this one 500, so we need to do this one negative 500. And we want the input from this as our base drain and this as our final. Not replace, but add. Sorry, multiply. Maximum. Nope. Blend. Can I just blend them? HF clear. Nope. Clear. Ask clear. There we go. Let's see, where am I? I feel like I'm losing all my detail here. Okay, so it's not working as I wanted. Not replace, let's do blend. Let's do oh god, what the heck? That clearly didn't work. Let's try inverting these. Nope. Is there a height field like expand node? Remap? Is that what I'm, or not remap? Resample? No, that just changes the size. Scale. Nope. Alright. Guess we're gonna figure it out this way. A lot of trial and error. This stuff. I am going to do the final render in Houdini. As far as the render engine, I have not decided yet. What are you interested in seeing? Let's see. RenderMan. That is the one that I do not have. I have Karma, obviously, and I have Redshift, and I have V-Ray. I would like to take a look at RenderMan, to be honest with you. RenderMan looks sick, but it's too expensive for my budget right now. Alright, edge of mask. Let's do this. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a license for V-Ray this year. I did not get a license for RenderMan, and it's going to be pretty much impossible with the way my financial situation is right now to get a license for RenderMan. But I would love to take a look at it. Okay, so we're partially there. Maybe let's just not transform this so far. Maybe let's do 400. Chef combine mask. Title combine mask. I don't even know how this works. Project. Can I project a terrain onto another terrain? Oh, dude, you totally can. Oh, that makes things so much easier. So what are the big studio main pipeline render are? Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the denoiser and everything that they have on RenderMan looks stupid good. But it is like $600 or something like that, $700, I believe. So it's unfortunately not something that I can do at the moment. Like I said, I would absolutely love to take a look at it, because it does look super cool. Okay, height field project. Need to project onto this one. And then we need to project that onto this. And I need to blend them. Transform. Project. Mask mode height. What does this do? I'm intrigued. is that. Masking geometry, I don't know. Never used this node before. Or for this purpose, I should say. I'm really just drawing a blank right now as far as what to do. Can I merge? Can I just merge two height fields? No, that's not going to work either, I don't think. But can I? You totally can. Nice. How will this work? What's that gonna do? Is it gonna freak out? Kind of. That's funny. I need a layer, man. I need a layer. A height field layer. But it's not working the way I really need it to. Okay, let's do height field project. And then, let's see, a height field project over here. Get rid of that crap. Let's transform this to 400. We can clip off that end if we need to. And then if we wire this in here, we get nothing. That's because I messed up. We want that. So we've got that there. We've got this here. Need blend. Aha. Kind of. What's up, DJ? So let's. Can I just draw a mask? I'm going to draw a mask on this. And we're going to see if this will work. So I'm going to mask in the middle, and does it blend? Mask blur. Partially there. Let's untransform this. Line it up at the edge. Nope. Why don't you create a long terrain in the beginning instead of summing several terrains? Because unfortunately, Gaia does not allow you to create terrains that are non-square. So that's the issue that I'm running into here. And for the life of me, I can't get this all to blend together properly. So if you have any ideas, aside from starting anew, that would be awesome. Open to trying what you have in mind. Because what I'm doing is not working. Let's see. All right, maybe, let's see. Let's take another look at the height field nodes, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Can we create connecting terrain in Gaia? Not that I know of. Square form terrain, how do you feed it by your rectangle like current terrain on that screen? What? If Gaia expecting square form terrain, how do you feed it? Rectangle? Oh, like what I have right here. Well, it's because I've got a height field that I'm projecting onto that is non-square. This is a 2000 by 1000 height field that I'm projecting each side of onto currently. That was my latest idea. That's not working too well. Can I just... Can I do that? Multiply. Nope. Maximum. No. Minimum. Nope. Subtract. No, it's not subtract. I have no idea. Never heard about Gaia. Gaia has very good looking terrain erosion, in my opinion, but it has some disadvantages, which is what we're seeing right here, which is the ability to create non-square terrain and also the ability to kind of match up terrain. Creating connecting terrain, so in what's it called? World Machine. World Machine works differently than this. It's kind of like Houdini, so if I were to drop down height field and then like a height field noise. This is what I really like about World Machine. So you basically have like a map overview, and then you can offset it like this. Like you can move throughout the terrain, and it's all like one connecting thing. But in Gaia, you have like seeds. So like our canyon. Take a look at our canyon node. We have this seed here. We don't have the ability to really walk through it as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, the terrain's from Gaia. So as far as I'm aware, we don't have the ability to walk through the terrain or like offset. Make sure there's no like offset node. No. Which would be super nice. But unfortunately, I don't believe there is anything for that. How you use Clarice for? I'm not sure what your question is. I'm confused. I've used Clarice for a number of different things. I was really waiting for Angie to come out before I really wanted to jump into it quite a bit, but we're never going to have that. Unfortunately, Clarice in its current state and in its final state without Clarice or without Angie is just way too much of a resource hog to render from. It takes forever to render. I did a render in it for a still frame. I've done some still frames in it, but one big scene it takes like a ridiculously long time to calculate. That's just the disadvantages of using a using a CPU-based render, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to burn up my CPU. I can't afford to replace CPUs all the time. If I'm rendering for extremely long periods of time, at least with GPUs, you can kind of pump out frames and then kind of stop and give it a break and then come back to it. Not sure what you're laughing at. I know that that's what Big Studios use is CPU for a lot of things, but they also have major render farms, and I don't have money to send off to a major render farm. What is this combine layers? Huh. Constant volume. Interesting. Yeah, you'll be able to watch the live later on. It's gonna be saved to my channel. But again, we're struggling pretty heavily here to get what I'm looking for. Height field patch, what is base layer patch? Is this what I'm looking for? Nope. Where's the height field patch node? I've never used that before. Let's take a look. Houdini field patch. Keeping a smooth boundary. This sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. Where do we mask the layer? If we mask it, is it based off of this? I prefer World Machine over Gaia. Like, it's free for non-commercial use and have more options. What do you think? I think that every terrain generation software has its ups and downs. I do really like a lot of things about World Machine, but it is not got the greatest erosion in my opinion, which I think is its biggest downfall. If it had better erosion models, I think that it would be a pretty strong contender for the best terrain generation software out there. But I think I have just figured out the thing that I needed to. Let's do this based off the height field project. Maybe. Wasn't streamed anywhere. SIGGRAPH had a Karma 20 preview, huh? I am so ready for Houdini version 20 to be out. It's gonna be super exciting. Okay, let's take a look at this. does that give us? So, interesting. Okay, that did not work as intended. I would love to hear anybody's opinion on Houdini 20, if they've seen anything. Maybe Karma will finally be ready for XPU prime time. It's possible. They've done a lot to it, I'm sure. Okay, so that's not working. Let's see here. Maybe it will replace Redshift at the moment. Yeah, Redshift is used quite a bit. I actually did a poll. Let me pull that up. A while back I did a poll on what people use as far as their main render engine. YouTube Studio is so annoying sometimes. Doesn't have community stuff. All right, so what render engine do you use? Take a look. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so what render engine do you primarily use? Mantra is larger than V-Ray, which surprised me. Karma was pretty up there already, and Redshift is up there. I think that Karma is used quite a bit just because it's, you know, free inside of Houdini, and it's actually pretty decent at the moment. But obviously Redshift is pretty fast and has been the go-to for a lot of people for a while. My opinion, the thing that Redshift really has going for it is its ease of use, its noise patterns, and the fact that it's set up by default to work with ACEs. DJ, you know, I'm starting to think that same thing myself. But just like everything, you know, you have to, you know, go through your R&D for everything. So everything is going to take time. Redshift has default been to ACEs for a while, actually. Yeah, if I pull up, and actually if I take a look here, I already have this all set up. So Redshift, you come over, obviously you have your basic and then your advanced settings. If you come over to the globals, you scroll down, ACES CG right here. You can change it to whatever you want, but ACES is what it's set up to by default. You're on V-Ray. I also have a license for V-Ray. I played around with it a pretty decent amount. I enjoy it quite a bit. This height field patch looked promising, but I don't think it is going to be what we want in the end. I'm really disappointed with this height field layer because I thought it was going to be more in tune with what I was looking for. But my God, it has failed me. Let's see. Let's see, I failed the mask. Maybe, okay, I think I can, maybe, actually, you know what, I've got a better idea here. Let's do this. Let's do a height field project, we'll do a transform. We're gonna set this to 500. Wait, was this one 500? We're gonna do this negative 500. And then we want to rotate by 180. And then we're gonna do another HF project. That didn't work. And then, I don't know, we'll see, we'll play with this. Let's draw this mask. HF mask blur. So it's just the edges really that's kind of messing with me here. So I guess that the best way to do this is going to suck. So we'll do, let's see, where are we at with this? So I'm gonna have to do it like this, I think. Maybe I was thinking about this wrong. Let's do this. Oh, come on. Come on, Houdini. There we go. Blur 300, 100. Oops. Set this to 300, and then I'm gonna redraw this mask. And I think that we've got something that we can work with after this. So we'll go here, and that little edge shouldn't matter, even though I just deleted it like an idiot. Too close to the edge there. the heck did I do wrong there? I just did this. Does that blur too much? Blurs too much. 100. Oh, wait, override is fine. Repeats. Stroke. Constant. Nope. Use volume. Alright. Interesting. I like those edges, clearly. Can I do copy of this? Alright, I would go with even V-Ray 3, the results are mostly the same. The V-Ray 6 only about some usability features. V-Ray 6 was a big step up from V-Ray 5. So the thing that makes me want to use V-Ray in this project is the what's it called? The cloud stuff, the procedural clouds. That stuff looks awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. Looks awesome. Alright, let's take a look at mask clear. Alright, so you can definitely tell a little bit here. Field project. Okay, so that is my problem here. Can I transform this? The real transform? I can. Gotta match these up somewhat. So 70. And that looks like a lot better. Yeah, and obviously some of the things that I'm doing in this is probably not the best way to go about things, but because, you know, it's always a learning opportunity for everyone, we can just play around and have fun with it. Procedural clouds on shelf. Yeah, you can make your own procedural clouds, yes. You can make your own clouds. They render stupidly slow because they're actual volumes. It's not that they render stupidly slow, but they do render slower as far as my understanding of the V-Ray. V-Ray clouds look really, really good, and they render pretty quick is my understanding. So this doesn't look too bad. Is this where the, no, that's not even where the terrain coincides with each other. But will it blend? HF convert. I'm sure that this is going to not work. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is what I was hoping to avoid. I really want to be able to use the masks from Gaia. So back to the drawing board we go. Is there a way to tile terrains? Let's see, Gaia terrain lineup. I don't know. As a side variant, you can type V-Ray height map texture in Google and then just displace them. It's not a clever way. Not exactly sure what you mean. I guess we can do it. Would you say you can type terrain height map texture? Terrain height map texture. Oh yeah, like that stuff. Yeah. Just normal height maps. But I want to be able to control all that. Neighboring terrains in the grid. This sounds like something interesting. Place and stitch neighboring terrains to the grid for easy processing. Something of this is planned for Gaia 2. Are we not on Gaia 2? Did that get pushed back? Maybe that got pushed back. Stitch terrains, let's see. Terrain stitching. Multiple tiles, is this? Multiple tiles. Oh, this sounds interesting. Let's see what people are saying. You can transform the data. No, it doesn't. Pixel perfect. Cool. I'm gonna have to take a look. It looks like this is essentially what we were doing earlier. Thanks to Vision, but it didn't really work out the way I wanted. And this kind of works. Worst case scenario, we could go with this, and then we can use the masking inside Houdini for the texturing process, but I guess we would only need to do it for this one. Maybe. What other settings do I have on these height field projects? I really just need them to be able to match. I feel like this is not gonna work the way that I want. Can you export non-square terrains to Gaia? Is that a thing? Didn't we have an option for? We had an option for like OBJ to height field. Oh, I'm totally gonna try this. Let's see. File mode. Let's write and let's do test.obj. That is going to take a minute. No, not too bad. Let's see. Canyon transition. Yeah, okay. Whoa. I've never used this before. This is something. Capture. Return to guide. Port last capture. F. Oh, it was this file. That did not work. That's funny. That did not work at all. And it doesn't look like it would bring in a non-square, or yeah, rectangular terrain. That is pretty funny. All right, well, that's out of the question. Maybe I should use a combination of Gaia and World Machine. Wouldn't that be interesting? Let's bring my files into... Oh, dude, that's actually not a bad idea. We could do Houdini, export them as square terrains, bring them into Gaia for erosion. No, that wouldn't work because the erosion is going to be different on the edges. You want to create two particles flying along terrain with the ability to either die or divide. Drive terrain heights based on that particle closeness. I'm not sure what you mean by flying along the terrain. This... Going back to the drawing board here. This ain't working. Let's see. Make a copy of this. Let's start over here. All right, so we took this, merge. And then we translate this by -500. Nope, 500. We'll do that. And then I just don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Even if I had the terrain sitting on top of each other. Wait a minute. Let's go back to this one. Blast and a group. Can I group a volume? Can I blast part of the volume? So I thought. Let's not do that. My Control Z is not working for some reason. All right. Chat keeps moving. It throws me off. Simulate particles above terrain and then project their trajectory onto the height map. Sounds like a height field, project, and a SOP solver. Interesting thought for sure. Let's do this. Size 1000 by 1000. 1000. And we need to do -500. Nope. Yeah, no, this is what I want to do. Then we want to blast away that group. Does that bring back my... Nope. It is still all sorts of stretched. And I guess we're blending anyways. Ugh. How to do this? SOP solver, yeah, for sure. This is really throwing me for a loop here. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to really think on this because this is not working the way I wanted it to. Huh. This is somewhat of a failed experiment, I guess. Because mirror it? Mirror what? Mirror this terrain, you mean? Meh. It's too easy. You can take this series of mirroring and copying. I don't know what you're meaning by that. All right, so let me think here. Go back to the ray idea. So they will not have seams. Seamless texture. Suppose I could do this in a third-party program. Like Photoshop Kit Basher, bash them together. Anyways, let's go back to this thought. Collision prims. Okay, this is not moved over far enough. Oh no, yes it is. What's up, Pizzola? I am freaking losing my mind here with this thought. Pizzola, how would you go about making a train? All right, so here's what we got. You do train stuff time to time. All right, got this train, right? I got a second train. Actually, essentially what I need to do is have a second train that seamlessly blends into this and then kind of fades down to the bottom of this canyon here. That's what I'm working on. I've got a second train that is shaped like that, but having a hard time. Having a hard time here. All right, project. This gives us kind of, yeah. Just say yeah for this thought. I did some height field projecting stuff, and I got this. Obviously, I'd clip off the end here, but I'm trying to maintain some sort of a texture thing, because these trains come from Gaia. You can't make non-square terrains in Gaia. Love it. It's my original one. This is my test attempt. Let's transform this up more. So give me a harsh edge. It does. That ain't gonna work. Project both and then blur results in the middle while playing noises. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm running into. I was trying to avoid that, but I'm starting to think that I'm not going to be able to avoid losing those textures, which kind of sucks. I wish that Gaia had the ability to do like non-square terrains or like tiled, where it'd be able to walk through like an offset here, like this, drop down a noise, be able to just like offset and walk through the noise pattern, but unfortunately I don't think that Gaia has that ability. Project in a low res, re-inject it into Gaia. You can't do non-square terrains or project in a low res. What do you mean by a low res? Do a big square. I guess that's not a bad idea. Do a big square. That's not a bad idea at all. So we could blend in. So we'd have to do a second layer. I actually like that idea quite a bit. But then, yeah, you lose your resolution somewhat. Okay, I guess you could export as a higher resolution. But like if you had like 4, well, I guess that's the tile input. I'm gonna have to look into the tiling on Gaia. Allocate. I don't know how the tiles all work. I wish Houdini, I do it all in friggin' Houdini if the stupid erosion wasn't so bad inside Houdini. I think it looks like crap, but that's just my opinion. I guess it doesn't matter too much if we're going to be projecting noise back onto it to get that detail back, but let's just drop in something and take a look at this tile input. It's a mask thing, what? Oh. Duh. Tile processing. I don't know how this works. If you can erode by some noise mask. I've never seen anybody get erosion that looks anything close to as good as this type of stuff does inside Houdini. But again, that's my opinion. You can think otherwise. I don't know how this tile input works at all. Houdini, oops, Gaia tile input. Tile processing. Some stuff scheduled. Multiple files into Gaia, just offhand. Should be available, bleeding edge. Tile set so you can have seamless and put out with what other applications is needed. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that because maybe it sounds like Gaia has that ability now. I don't know what this tiled input is. Hopefully that's what I'm looking for. Bind the tiles into a single image map using. Okay, dropped along tile build update. Insane. Attached to image is 8 4K tiles. Okay, so this is possible to do this. Putting the tiles takes forever. Position metadata. Been able to think. Vector displacement. If only. Tile file input or directly in a height field output. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to look into this because I've not used it. What are tile builds? Let's see what ArtStation has to say. Oh, it's just that video. Interesting. It's often used split builds. Some nodes are not tile friendly. Yay. Terrain with a few primitives. Tile gate, is that what nope, tile input. Masks. Combine and then oops. So you just input like tile gates. Let's jump into this one. Tile gate. Is this how this works? This is how this works. Huh. Not sure I like that though. Changes our look for sure. I believe. Again, maybe I should just not worry about this and then go into the work on what's it called? The masks and directly inside Houdini for texturing purposes. Dude, Gaia, the erosion on Gaia is, yes, it looks so good in my opinion. And it works great too. Just building things out works super great. It's similar, but it's not similar to Houdini. But again, not the greatest that you can't like scroll through terrains or scroll through noise patterns. Yeah, that's kind of starting to be what I'm thinking I'm gonna end up doing, is doing just one big terrain. Which sucks, because means I'm gonna have to definitely change this stuff. And I like the look of this train. I'm gonna probably do some more thinking on it as well. See what I can think of. I'll look into more of the Gaia stuff. I still think there's something to be said on getting it to line up one-to-one with this, because I can bring this in, our terrain, and then I can bring this over. Just you stuck in this form and shape. Yeah, well, it's also, at this point, it's like a mental challenge, right? It's like, oh, I know that there's a way to do this, just how do I figure out how to do it? Maybe we don't blur this as much. Let's do 60. Let's do like 30. I only want a little bit of this. And then we can crank up this blur maybe. That may somewhat work. Still getting the change here I don't like. Should not be getting any distortion on the edge, I feel like. Huh. I don't understand why there's that change. There should be no change. Yeah, I want to find a way to connect multiple trains, exactly. This is dumb that this should not change. Our mask should be... Oh, that probably just blew your eardrums out. Friggin' thing. Sorry. Let's see. Maybe let's just do some experimentation here. Let's do a combine. Blend. No. What is it that I'm wanting to do? There's a node. What is that node? I know there's a node in this where you can create like sharp, essentially like these fall offs or whatever, like that. I guess we can just do it right with a transform. So we can move this by like 50. Yeah. Being dumb. It's late. Okay, I'm not looking to blend. Right? This should be at 0. Clamp, drop the floor. That should be 0. Y is over here changing. Gaia, you make no sense. Alright, look. One of these sides should not change at all. But yet they do. Bad. Why? It should only be blending based off of the mask, and like if I set this to 100, this should be completely the same. This should be the same. I don't understand. Gaia is frustrating sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just do it all in a Houdini somewhat and then bring it into Gaia. I guess we could take this height field that we have here that's somewhat done, and then we could HF layer with another height field. Make this one 2K by 2K. And we just do that. Bring this into Gaia. Rerun it through some erosion and everything. And then we'd have essentially what we're looking for. I don't know. I think I'm going to do some more thinking on it and try to come up with something. Let's go ahead and just save this. But yeah, I'm going to probably hop off here, take a look. So I'll calculate back and see the final result of what I ended up with on this week's video that's going to be coming out on Tuesday. It'll be just kind of an overview of what I landed on as far as how to get the cliff geometry created. So let's take a minute to calculate through here, but it looks pretty decent in my opinion. Can always work further on it if we need to, but it's not gonna crash. Take a look at it before we go. You can do it. Almost there. So I ended up not deleting out just the slopes and everything. Can you give me a 5 minutes as a subscriber? What do you mean? So this is the final. Let's look at the normals. It's the final kind of look. Very high res mesh. Import a Gaia terrain mesh. Import a Gaia terrain mesh. What do you mean? Import a mesh into Houdini from Gaia? That's what we're doing. Or import something into Gaia from Houdini. Yeah, we get this nicely detailed cliff right here. I would render it for you, but it'll probably just make me sound really horrible. Uh-oh. My internet might be dropping somewhat. Dropping frames or something. I don't know. I got an error, so what you mean, DJ? An initial Gaia terrain in Houdini. I have. I'm confused what you mean. That's what this is. These are terrains imported from Gaia. Just brought on into Houdini. All I've done to this one is just displace it to get it more detailed. Copy and transform 180. So you're saying you want me to take this, transform, (180), and merge them back together with an offset of 500,000. They don't line up. And some offset, yeah, they don't line up. You can see we get that. It's not a tiling terrain. You'd have to flip this side to this side. I think you're thinking of like that. Nope, that's not even. That didn't even work. You got your seam still. Copy them in lines. Well, they're not seamless terrains, so it doesn't work. Mirror. Houdini doesn't have a mirror. Houdini does have a mirror nut. Direction. Is it Y? What in the world? X, yeah, well, it started out in the X direction. You want in the Y, do you not? No, I lied. Just put them in line. It doesn't, I don't know how. I haven't used this node before. If you put it like that. I don't know. Like that, and then, nope, that wasn't it. Here, let's do this. Mirror, transform. Mirror, and then, oh shoot, that's not gonna work either. Let's undo that, do this, and then we need to rotate this way. Uh, 500. Last, I think I've done what you want to do. No, this. There we go. All right, this is what you. Is this what you wanted? Is this the edge of the terrain? Oh, god dang it! It didn't work. Transform Z, it didn't work. I did that. That was my thought. I'm not sure. I don't know why that doesn't work, honestly. Merge. Alright, transform Z, -1. Move it to 500. Oh, what the okay, did I not do that earlier? That is exactly what I did earlier. Oh yeah, see, it's not lining up. That's not half. The half doesn't. You have to do the whole thing. Uniforms? Oh. Z scale. What? That? Is that what you mean? So we flipped it. And then do this 180. Nope. I don't know, dude. It's like 1 a.m. for me, so my brain's shutting off. Y scale. Y scale's not gonna do. Oops. Yeah, Y scale's not gonna do anything. Even if you rotate it, yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. The pivots are just normal. They're normal. Actually, it's because that's why. You need to do a match size probably. And center it. There we go. Nope. That still's not right. Yeah, dude. Oh wait, hold on. It's because we didn't do a -1 there. It's still flipping it. I don't think it's not the Z scale, right? It should be that. And then you offset it by however much. Oops. What the fuck? Yeah, these pivots are all sorts of messed up. It will work with polys. He's saying if I convert this, that'd be something that I didn't know. Oops, I don't need a second one of those. Come on. the mirror, yeah. Okay, let's go back to this. Does this work? Will it blend? Okay, let's turn this density down. You're right. Oh, I need to invert this, right? Or reverse the normals. Reverse. Yeah, it lines up for the most part. That's interesting. Why does my brain's not working enough to understand why height fields would not work that way. All right, well then does the mirror work? No, not that. And then offset, what, 500? Hey, the mirror works. Dude, I don't know. Hey, your mirror works, DJ. Thanks for sending us on a wild goose chase of a problem. Oh, but here's the problem. They're not lined up perfectly, so now I gotta get that fixed, right? What do you want me to do? Copy and transform? Copy and transform. Okay. Total number 3. Translate 1,000? No. 1,500? 2,000? 2,000. Yeah, it'd be 2,000 because they're each 1,000. Yes, you can do this and create somewhat seamless trains that all repeat. Is that what you want? Is that what you wanted? Yes, I know that problem is solved by fuse. But only partially. Alright. Bam. Breaks it. There you go. Is this what you wanted? I suppose we should put that fuse afterwards, right? High field noise? What are you talking about? Why? What are you trying to do? High field Houdini noise. This is like a million miles long. Total number 2. Okay. Proof of concept, right? What? Why do you want to do that? High field. What is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of these is this? 1, 2, 4. So what? 4,000? Nope. 4,000. Okay. I'm trying to save the original shapes of Gaia and to create now some ramp. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm trying to do here. But I'm humoring you here. Bam. Alright, now we got this back as a height field. HF noise. Boom. Is that what you're looking for? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, well, we've accomplished your desire. For what, I'm not exactly sure, but we've accomplished your desire. You realize by adding a noise that we destroy the shapes that Gaia's created. And it no longer, well, depending on the level of noise that you create, it no longer gives you the ability to use the textures. Anyways. Well, it depends. Like, this is not much destruction of the shapes, right? If I crank this up, now we've got completely new shapes. So, depending on how much you do. An attribute paint. Okay. We're done with this rabbit hole. This rabbit hole is done. It's over. We've made our case. You can make height field style. Alright. I am for real going to jump off now. I gotta get some sleep. So Thank you guys for hanging out with me, even though we went on a little tangent there for a little bit. So, learned something, I guess. Can't make height fields mirror by inverting the Z. But anyways, thank you guys for your help. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'm gonna continue to think on this. We'll see what I can come up with. Hopefully, within the next week or so, I can come up with something interesting. Otherwise, I may just figure out a different solution for making this kind of fade into itself or whatever, fade into the level ground. But anyways, I do have another little update going up on Tuesday. If you want to take a look at that, that is kind of going to be what we started off with in this live stream. But gonna look to get a bunch more done on this over the next week, hopefully. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, and I guess we'll see you on Tuesday, hopefully. See you later, guys.